Guys, welcome to the Geofile YouTube channel. Here we will discuss about various topic of geoscience, and we will start from very basic level to the advanced or detailed analysis of the topic gradually. So make sure you will subscribe the channel for more such informative video. In this video lecture, we will be discuss about very basic things like galaxy, nebula, components of solar system, asteroid belt, arrangement of planets, and also some facts about Earth. So let's start. First, we know that the solar system is made up of celestial body that orbit the sun. It's actually a part of Milky Way galaxy. Okay, that is the large collection of star gases and all the rock particle, dust, everything. So it's a very large scale image you can see here. It constitutes n number of solar system and galaxy. Among them, our solar system is one. All these galaxy and celestial objects are part of the universe. Universe is very vast, that is beyond our imagination. There are some basic units of universe like matter and space. Both these matter and space are used to describe the universe. So anything that has mass and volume which occupies space is known as matter. For example, a car, a house, a tree, and any object said to be made up of matter as it has mass and volume. The next one is celestial object, or it is also heavenly body, which are objects in space like nebula, galaxy, star, planets, asteroid, comets, etc. All these comes under celestial body. Coming to the galaxy, it is the massive collection of star, gas, and dust held together by gravity. This picture is a very large scale one that constitute thousands of celestial bodies. Moving to the next, nebula. You all must heard the term nebula. These are the giant cloud of gas and dust that often birthplace of star. Okay, there are different types of nebula, including the emission nebula, reflection nebula, and also dark nebula. The emission nebula, which is formed by ionized gases and emit light of various wavelengths. But in case of reflection nebula, it is the cloud of gas and dust which does not create its own light, but instead shine by reflecting the light from nearby star. And the next one is the dark nebula, which contain a very high concentration dust, which allow them to scatter and absorb all the incident wavelength of light, which make completely opaque for the visual wavelength. So we can know from the name itself, like in emission nebula, the gaseous particle emit light of specific wavelength. In case of reflection nebula, they does not emit light as it does not have its own light source, but it reflects a particular wavelength or different kind of wavelength from the nearby stars or nearby celestial body. But in case of dark nebula, it appears as dark as it completely absorbs all the incident rays and make it opaque. Okay, that's why it's dark nebula. In these two pictures, we can say beautiful picture of nebula. The first one is the colorful, like bluish and reddish color with some bright white color nebula. It's a very beautiful picture. And the next one is also the nebula, but here we can see the dark nebula also. The black one, that is in some places there are patches of black space like something S like here, and other you can spot like completely black, no light. That are the dark nebula. Then for formation of star, these clouds and all these gaseous particles are pulled together eventually leading to the formation of star. Then cosmic dust, these are the tiny particles of rock and ice that floats within the space and these also play a very important role, or these are also a part of star and planet. Then coming to the solar system. Solar system is consists of star or sun as its center, and the other planets or other bodies are rotating around the sun. So there are four basic units of solar system. These are inner planets, asteroid belt, outer planets, and Kuiper belt. So before discussing each, let me show you a schematic diagram. So here you can see sun, and the nearest planet is Mercury, then Venus, then third most is Earth, then Mars. After that there is asteroid belt, and then there is Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and after Neptune there is Kuiper belt. Okay, so the first four planets that lies before the asteroid belt are inner planets, and that in between asteroid and Kuiper belt, these four are known as outer planets. Okay, so it's the basic structure of the planets around the sun. These are, like, I have just put it in equal size and space, but they are not actually like that, just visual representation. So coming back, as we have already discussed, the inner planets, these are relatively small size and composed of rocky material. Then asteroid belt. Asteroid belt is located in between Mars and Jupiter. So there are two terms like asteroid, meteoroid, and meteorites. Okay, there are three terms. So asteroid means these three are also celestial bodies or heavenly bodies, but we can differentiate them according to their diameter. Like when the asteroid is, like, if the body is greater than 1 meter in diameter, then it will be asteroid. Okay, and when the body's diameter is less than 1 meter, then it is meteoroids. And there is one term like meteorites. So what's the difference between meteoroids and meteorites? So the meteorites is when the meteoroid reaches to the Earth's surface. When there is falls, meteoroids falls are there, no? So when this meteorite reaches to the Earth atmosphere or reaches to the Earth's surface, then it is known as meteorites. Okay, after that, outer planets. Planets are also, there are four outer planets. These are basically gas giant, or we can also say the ice giant, because these are situated very far from the sun. So these are basically very cold in temperature edge. That's why these are also known as ice giant, and these are less dense than inner planet. Then Kuiper belt. Kuiper belt is located beyond the Neptune. Okay, so it is a region of icy body, including dwarf planet like Pluto. Pluto is situated after Kuiper belt, I mean beyond the Kuiper belt. Then moving, there are some facts about inner planets. And for Mercury, it is the smallest and the fastest planet in our solar system. It has also a thin atmosphere and extreme temperature variation. So, and one more thing is there, that its size is slightly larger than Earth's moon. Okay, and its rotation and revolution period are also same. In Venus, it is considered as the hottest planet in our solar system, also the brightest object in the solar system. It has a very thick carbon dioxide atmosphere. This is also known as the twin sister of Earth, as it has similar characteristic like Earth, like its radius is around 6100 kilometer, and rotation is also retrograde. Rotation is retrograde, means clockwise rotation. Atmosphere is thick cloud of CO2, as we have already discussed. Albedo is 70%. Okay. Then in case of Earth, it is the planet where life sustains. It has its own ecosystem, atmosphere, geosphere, everything is there which can sustain a life. Then outer planets. Outer planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. I think we left Mars. Okay, so Mars is also known as red planet, as it appears as red in color, and it is the lowest density among the terrestrial planet. Terrestrial means the inner planet. Okay, lowest density among these four: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. It has also a very, very thin atmosphere. It has two natural satellites like Deimos and Phobos. Then after that, there is situated asteroid belt. After that, the outer planet like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. So, Jupiter is considered as largest planet. Okay, it is also, all the outer planets are gas giant. No matter what it is, it's also a strong magnetic field and a complex system of moon. Okay, it has the fastest revolutionary velocity also. It has 79 number of satellites, a very large number of satellites. And one interesting thing is, there is one satellite called Ganymede, which is the largest natural satellite, and its size is bigger than Mercury, the size of Mercury. So you can imagine how large the Jupiter is. Its satellite size is larger than Mercury. Okay, the name you can remember, Ganymede. That's its size is larger than Mercury. Then after that, Saturn. Saturn is known for its beautiful ring. It's composed of several ring system, and it has also several numbers of satellites. It has 89 number of satellites, and its largest satellite is Titan. Okay, it's the famous one because it has atmosphere like Earth. Then Uranus and Neptune, these two are far away from Sun, and both are ice giant, cold temperature and unique atmosphere. We can say the frozen planet. These are. Then when we do comparison between inner and outer planets, there are several parameters like size. In comparison with size, the inner planets are small and outer planets are large. The mass of the inner planets are less as compared to outer planets. Rotational speed, we can see here, the inner planets has slow rotational speed while the outer planets has fast. The density for inner planets are high, but outer planets are less, because these are inner planets are composed of rocky material and highly dense, but in case of outer planet, these are mainly gas giant. Okay. Then there are number of moons, or we can say satellites, as we have discussed that inner planets like Earth has only one satellite, moon. In case of Mars, it has two satellites, Deimos and Phobos. But when we talk about outer planets like Jupiter, Saturn, there are 89 number of satellites. And while we are discussed about the orbital spacing, means the orbit, like in case of inner planets, the orbital spacing is very close or tightly packed. That means the orbit of Earth and the orbit of Mars, these are closely spaced. Closely spaced. But in case of outer planet, if we consider about the spacing, then there is very wide spacing of one orbit from another, and magnetism is low for inner planets as compared to outer planets. Earth is a very dynamic planet, because of its life, sustainability of life. So it has the only planet in the solar system which can sustain life. Then axial tilt, it's the inclination of the axis from the north. So it is 23.4 degree, or sometimes also 23.5 degree. So because of this axial tilt, we experience the season The different seasons are due to the axial tilt of Earth's axis. Then age. Earth is approximately 4.5 billion years old. 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was formed. And while we say about its shape, then it's oblate spheroid, means slightly flattened at the poles and bulging at the equator. Somewhat like orange, you can say, if we place from both the end like this. Then Earth's internal structure. These are the very basic layer of Earth. Okay, there are also several numbers of layers or discontinuity in crust, mantle, and core, which we will discuss in further videos when we will learn about the Earth's internal structure. In that particular video, we will discuss every layer and every discontinuity in detail. So for now, there are three basic or three fundamental units of Earth, which are crust, mantle, and core. Crust is the outermost part of the Earth, and it is also the thinnest one. Then the mantle, that is the middle part, which is the thick layer. Okay, the volume is maximum, and it's like semi-fluid-like. Its substance is semi-fluid-like and very hot. Then the core. Core is the innermost part or innermost layer of the Earth. It has also two layers, like inner core and outer core. Outer core is liquid, but inner core is in solid state. Okay, so the inner core is completely composed of iron and nickel. So the high concentration of metal and highly dense metal are there in core. That's why it's solid and it concentrated at the center of the Earth. This is the core part. And it's the end of the lecture. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching the complete video. And in the next lecture, we will discuss about different hypotheses on origin of Earth.